Hello, welcome back. Last time, my body ran into a physical limitation that stopped me from getting that room done. There were other reasons for that too. So I'm gonna do something. I had an idea here. I think 2 days is exactly the right amount of time for a blister of that severity, which is not very severe, just barely noticeable, to heal. So I'm okay now, I can play for a little bit. I want to do something though. I want to return to the lobby. I had an idea. So there's that one spot... I guess I'm not going to show it right now. Sorry, I have a little distraction here. That's fine. There's that one spot where there's a dream block, and afterward, my speed was very inconsistent. I would do a crescent dash and jump, and sometimes I'd be fast enough, sometimes I would not. I was doing a dream hyper at that block, but there was another dream block dismounting technique taught to me here. I'm here, right, that's the gym. In the Grandmaster gym that I do want to try. So remind me, gym, how does dream double jump work? Could that give me more speed than a hyper? I don't think so, but I should look at it to make sure it's not the right technique for this. Maybe it is. This has only a small impact on the height gained from the technique, but the horizontal boost is applied twice. Dream double jumps give more speed and distance than normal dream jumps. How they compare to hypers. Jump just before leaving, and jump once just after leaving. Second jump button, got one of those. That was one jump. That was one jump. Wait. Wait, how close are these inputs together? That close? Wait. Why am I only getting one? That is a jump button. There we go. Okay, so the rhythm's not quite what I think. So the first one is earlier than what I'm doing. So I want to be well still within... Yeah, so buffer that jump. Be still very much within. How early can I do it? So full body width. 2 full body widths? Yes. 3 full body widths? Yes. 4 full body widths? Okay, that's too early. So 3 full body widths. All the way back... Well, at the time it didn't work. Anyway, so try to be at least a full body width inside the block when doing it. Like that. Okay. So that's the timing. Now I want to see if I can evaluate like what that does to my dash speed. But I think I'll need to be in... So that would be the input in the spot. I don't think that's the solution. Yeah, I really do not think that's the solution. But let's do some practice, just to have practiced. Oops, I don't think I did it there. Right. Okay, so if it fails, it's almost certainly because I pressed the first one too late. Oops. That seems to be what I'm experiencing. So super, super early. So early. Ridiculously early. Like that. Yeah, that's just so early. Okay. That was just one. It wasn't early enough. Nope. That might have actually been too early. Or not. No, I don't think so. I think that was still too late. Still just got one at that end. That's fine. Still just one. Earlier. earlier. That time I'm not so sure. That was totally early enough. Is upward different? Upward feels later than other directions. Get to hear that fun dream jump sound a whole lot. Let's try inputs closer together. That definitely worked better. Alright, inputs closer together is... yeah, cancel momentum, I understand. So this wants me to do them really close together. Can I buffer both? I think I can buffer both. I just need the... That's okay. Alright, so doing 2 in a row is pretty tricky. I find myself holding one of my jump buttons during the process, so I can't press it a second time if I'm still holding, of course. So I don't think that's the solution, but I'll try it in that spot and see if it makes a difference to my speed. There's another option. I could take a vacation. I might... like, my body might require one. That's not the case yet, but that could change. Maybe forced to actually put this down for a bit and go do something else for a little while. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna try a double jump and see if it's better at getting me where I'm going fast. I've seen all the moves. Something weird happened here. I don't know if the level did something or if my inputs weren't what I thought they were, but like my leftward movement just stopped. I came to a dead stop and hit that virus down there here. My dash input, I was too late on trying to do it. If I do come to a dead stop in the same place, I can dash up left and curve to left and get through there. Shouldn't even be necessary though, as soon as I've jumped off of that... There's no real speed requirement here. I could totally just extended hyper off of this if it doesn't fall too fast. Alright, so remember the feeling of that. Right, okay. What were my solutions to all the problems I was constantly having? None. None of those problems got solved. Okay, that wasn't a double jump. I need to actually prepare for doing that. Got a plan. I don't think I'm gonna live here. Alright, so the inputs I'm gonna make are forward, jump, jump, dash upright. That puts me too high. That puts me too high. Dream Hyper, I need the... Well... Unless my dash is not upright and is instead right or downright? Okay, let's try and make right work and see if that's the way. Well, I'm just not ready to do that. I'm calibrated for the other thing. Okay. Still, I have to try this. If it works, I'd like to know if it's possible at all. So, inputs I'm making are... Unpause, hold right, jump jump, dash right, curve down right, jump. Well, that wasn't a double jump. I don't know, I really strongly do not think this is going to work. But I'd like to at least hear that double jump sound there and see it not work, rather than just assume. But the problem is, my instincts are too strongly established there, so I have to pause and tell myself what I'm doing here. That's the only way I can do something else. Hold right, jump jump, dash right, curve down right. I had no speed. Okay, no. That was a double jump. There was no speed there. Maybe I could have input my dash sooner. I don't think that would have helped. Okay, see, like, if I'm already there... The way this is, though, is, like, the first few attempts of the day go better than later ones, so... Even if it looks like I'm doing pretty well right here... I don't know, maybe I'll just solve the room. That does fall pretty fast, but I fell off of it. Wouldn't it be funny if I just did it, like, right now, no big deal, like it's nothing? Maybe I learned and I was just, like, one thumb blister away from doing it 2 minutes later, last session. Because, like, I'm doing pretty well now. This seems fine. I think all the necessary learning took place. I just had to heal up, that's all. So yeah, whatever I'm doing now, it's working. I need to squiggle there, I keep dashing down instead of down right. That's a problem. Okay, so there my speed disappeared. There my speed disappeared, so that's happening again. There my curve wasn't sharp enough. Sometimes that's the problem too. I wonder if it has to do with how quickly I dash after my dream hyper. Dang it. So yeah, last one had to be aggressively edited, but this is what every run looked like, almost, except the rare good one that I was able to show. Can clearly see where all my problem spots are. Okay, I tried to squiggle, I did it wrong. I know exactly why that went wrong, and theoretically it's something I should be able to fix. It's just... getting all the inputs straight is pretty hard to do. Ah. Right, and curving into that fish. I think that also has to do with speed loss. I don't know if I'm actually doing a squiggle when I'm successful. I know I can dash down and successfully get to the fish. Right. Well, here we go again. This feels pretty familiar, but like, I feel like I'm pretty close to the end of the process. If I can just get there and have a good attempt at the end. But that squiggle is pretty hard. Whoa! There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Really? Forced music change? Is that necessary? So I got through the room. Alright, I am subject to this music again, unfortunately. Yes, I'm just stuck with it. So my angle was fine. I would have died at that angle, but it was forgiving, so now I'm someplace new. Okay, so we're getting a lot of speed, and doing a big old uppercut right there. Okay, pretty straightforward. So jump and then... so forward, curve to up. Ah. My angle's not right. I think I need to hold down right for a bit longer than what I'm doing. Forward, curve to up. Forward, curve to up. Forward, curve to up faster. And land faster, too. Oops. Man, I'm too far to the right at all times here. What do I do about that? Well, not that time. I don't know, keep trying to get it. What the? Yeah. I didn't jump. That wasn't enough curve. I wonder if there's something more I need to do. Do I feel like I'm doing the right thing? Do I actually want to up right curve to up with the speed off of that jump? No more dashes are involved, right? This isn't a grounded ultra situation, I'm pretty sure. Like, that'll still cap my speed. I might be squiggling there? No... maybe? Why do you oh, right, no, that's the same thing as I know what that is. I survive a weirdly long time there, so let's just try forward curve to up. Like, keep trying that. Or is it just upright curve to up and curve late? Like jump, dash much later, and then... yeah, it's just upright curve to up. I just need to stay in the air a bit longer before I start the dash. Man! Not sure I understand why I get the music choice if it just only applies for that one room. That felt like it wanted to be a, okay, I guess I did it. Hey! Now I understand, because we're switching back to the other one. Excellent. Okay, things have calmed down. What are these? Okay, so now if you want this music here, you can have it. But any transition room will force one or the other. Understood? This is the one of those early rooms? Again, this feels very familiar, but I guess it's just kind of similar. Look at the silliness. No, I mean, this is new. For a second I thought it was somewhere old. What's... hello, you're a secret. Probably. So go there, enter the notch. There's gonna be something, I think. That feels like something that would open up to a crystal heart. And like, I went through the horror section. That's an interesting ceiling. I don't know, anything could happen up there, but just the way that it opens up, this is the way levels usually look right before a heart room. Okay, I'm not really parsing what's going on here, so let's just try simple things and see... how do you want me to cross that gap? Maybe that could do it. I guess, can I accumulate speed by doing this? I can. Oh, also I see something. There's another secret-ish notch there. There's like 2 in this room. Yeah, I want to go here, clearly. Okay, so get in there. Narrow space, but toward the beginning, so plenty of opportunity to keep on trying. Is this dream block spiky on top? Yes. Unfortunate. I was going to use it to refresh my dash and get back down. Okay. So, oh boy. So, let's see here. How do I... I hate that! Just the coming off of the ground like this. So, this kind of flight. I need to learn to not do it. Well, here's one way. I can wave dash. I don't actually understand the mechanics of this crescent dash thing. Why do I... well, I guess it's just... really, it's just an ultra that starts at a funny place, kinda. I don't know how I'm gonna get in there. It's clear that I need to. But also, I feel like I need more dash than I have. Could I, like, bring more speed from here? Maybe I can accumulate some more speed all the way over here. And keep it all the way up there. That sounds tricky, but let's try it. I don't feel like I'm getting any more than I would if I just did this the normal way. This level needs its own gym. Do I want to... Okay, I think this is a case where it absolutely makes sense to see if there's any point in going there. So I'm just gonna make sure I'm not doing something useless. Am I? This is not what I would normally do. So if there's nothing there, I could conclude that it may be impossible. Or at least not meant to be done. But, I mean... No, the signal is, like, crystal clear. That is definitely a place I'm going. There is no possibility that a level author would put this notch here with a gap in the spikes there, with absolutely no reason to go there. Yeah, I cannot believe that for a second, that this would be just nothing, just decoration. There's something there. Problem is, like, how do I... What is an angle that could potentially get me there? Oh, oh, I am sick of the duck fly that I do. The problem is, like... The problem is grumbling. I need sufficient speed, and then I have to curve myself straight. Feels like it's asking me to understand something about speed that I just absolutely clearly do not. Let's see, so... What am I doing? I'm trying to reverse into crescent? No, let's not do that. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, like, I'm accumulating speed there by doing this. But if I dash straight up, it all just vanishes instantly. So it has to be a downright dash into a... No, an up... No, wait. Okay. An upright dash. Boy. I don't think there's gonna be a simpler way. Let me just check. Can I even reach that dream block? Let's try doing that first. I can, yes. Can I squeeze down the right side of it? No, and certainly not with a dash, but also just generally no. I changed my mind. This is a situation where it makes sense to find out whether there's actually something there or not. Like, it's just the idea of doing this and it ending up pointless is... what is happening? I want jump count, right? Jump count is not here. Movement... Jump count, here we go. Just give me lots. The idea of doing this with there ending up not being a point to it. Yeah, okay. You know what? I didn't earn this. I've seen the picture, there's text. Alright, so the picture confirms there's something there. But the text is something I'm gonna have to earn. Okay. So there's something there. How? And yeah, that's open now. That's fine. Okay. It's kind of close, but... this just asks for a mastery of this movement that I do not feel like I'm ever going to have. Let's try... okay... So let me see if I can use a teaching tool to get myself there. Okay, this is gonna be kind of excruciating. Let's make it less so. 0.3 somehow is just my comfortable amount, right? Okay, so the things that I'm doing are that. So that doesn't make it. guess I didn't have enough speed, so it's hard to judge my... Is there... Display speedometer! Yo! Let's try this. Perhaps this would have been educational in that previous room too. 346. 377. 438. So if I just do this that way... Yeah, you know, I should have done this in that other room. This'll tell me things. 347. This is extremely informative. Yo. 422. So, let's get like, see if I can get a 500 or something. 347. When I jump, 388, 457. I'd have to squiggle. Okay, so the timing of extended hyper in 0.3 speed is kind of tricky. 372. 240. So yeah, that normalizes me to 240 because I dashed straight up. Alright, fine. Let's try slower. I'm not going to go all the way to 0.1. Let's try 0.2. Okay. Right, so extended hyper. How far do I need to go? That far for 347. Okay. Now slide to the edge. Dash up right, slide to the edge, dash up right, squiggle that way. That was not enough. That was 489, I think? 351. 397. 240, because I went straight up. Wasn't meaning to, but that's what happened. Kinda wish the transitions weren't slowed down by this, but they do need to be. For consistency, it makes sense. 345. 346, I gained one by changing rooms. 390. Dang it! See, this is why the blister happened, because in situations like that, I think I'm holding right, but I'm not holding hard enough. So I did need, like, a lot of force just to be sure I was actually holding right. 347, so it changes when I change rooms. Could also have to do with the fact that I'm using tweaked physics here. I have no idea how I would get in there. Feels like I would need to somehow gain a lot more speed from this process than I currently know how to do. 401, 490. But like... Okay, so if I'm jumping, when does my speed start dissipating? This is me building my own gym for the mechanics of this level. Something perhaps I should have thought to do earlier, but this was when I thought of it. So my speed is dissipating immediately upon jumping, so the sooner I dash after a jump, the more I get to keep my speed. Okay. 354. So slide for a frame or so, but not longer. And do dash immediately after... Like, I'm still super far away from that. Do I need to land further right? Maybe that's part of it. So be sure you're going down a little bit, but land as far right as possible. 500. 500 some. I'm going to accept cheating to find out there was something there, and I will accept slowed down actually accessing the thing. Because I don't think I'm gonna get in there in real time. But I think I'm getting a picture of how... Okay, got another idea. Let's change this to horizontal. So now my angle will play into it. I want a shallow angle here. Whoa, okay. I don't know, I'm gonna change it back to both, but yeah, so the angle definitely makes a difference. So shallow angle, this is precision I don't think I would have any hope of achieving at real-time speeds. Whoa, yeah, so maybe I'm going too far right, so I want the speed with that angle but not the rightness, because I'm not able to curve up in time to live. So curve like this. Be shallow. Okay, too shallow. You know, this is much quicker. Okay. Shallow angle. As much of my speed horizontal as I can achieve. But I could not curve in time. Like, that was an upright dash. Okay, so try to land farther left with that shallow angle. I want the speed, yes, but I need to be able to live with it. Okay, so on the ground as much as I can do. Shallow angle. Shallow angle on the ground. 582, that's totally enough. Except it wasn't. Maybe I dashed too early? I do not know how to judge when to dash to know if, like, if I'll be able to curve and live. See, that was way too early. So definitely wait some time. If I'm on the left side of that platform, then I think I can wait a bit. See, I don't want to wait too long because, like, jumping siphons away my speed. That would have been it with better curve. Okay, okay. Getting it? Yo, this is good. Like, this is a way to actually enjoy this challenge for me. Trying to do it in real time is different. It's not what I'm after right now. Okay, so I dashed too early. I need to be able to spend some time in the air and dash later. I think that is crucial. So shallow angle. Spend some time in the air, then dash. Then, okay, yeah. So 553, that's a good speed. That's the way to do it. I may try this in real time, because, like, here I can judge my shallow angle. Here it just kind of happens, mostly. Okay. I'll give it an actual try. Now my timing's gonna be all weird. Shallow angle, then... Yeah, now that I got the learning, I'm not so convinced I won't be able to do this. It's pretty tricky, though. See, I have not proven that I can do it that way. Okay, that was my attempt at real time. And that's the end of my attempt at real time. Speedometer, both. So both horizontal and both give me different kinds of useful information about what it is that I'm trying to do here. That was almost it. I should crouch dash, just so I can go a little higher and still make it, maybe? I did extensive testing in footage that was edited out of whether crouch dashing gives me as much control as regular dashing. It does. So there appeared to be no difference there in the room that took me a long time. No, my speed went away. I buffered my jump, I think. Gotta slide for longer. Okay, this is actually, like, very insightful. Teaching me useful things. I'm glad I'm doing this. Like that. I didn't crouch dash. That still wasn't quite it. I didn't look at my number. .2 times speed feels like the best compromise. Oh, that was a reverse. Best compromise between being unplayably slow and, like, actually being able to control myself still. I didn't crouch. Wouldn't have helped. So am I dashing too early? Let's imagine I'm dashing too early. I want to be kind of at the peak of my jump. 351. Shallow angle. No, that was, yeah, my whole problem there is I'm jumping too early. I was dashing too early. When do I dash? I feel like I need, like, variable speed that only advances when I tell it to. Okay, is there a horizontal reference point? Okay, so let me be very aware. Okay, when I press the dash button, I'm gonna pause and see where I am horizontally. Then adjust left or right based on whether that was too far left or too far right. Okay, so I can see where my dash started. It's just left of, like, that second spinner coming off of the ground there. Nearly perfect. Let's be centered with that spinner. Okay, centered with that spinner horizontally, and hope that vertically that ends up making sense, because there's going to be variability. Aim here. Yes, that worked. Okay. I accept this as my entry into this room because I don't think I would be able to do it without... Look at the layering here. This crack is in front of the speedometer. That's fun. Okay, unless there's a strawberry here. If this is a strawberry, then I am required to do this at real time. Those are the rules I'm setting for myself. Hello. Alright. Well, inside joke there. Smart and handsome. Okay, cool stuff. So yeah, I think I may be in the heart room, just the vibe of what this shows up here. I might only have to do this one climb to finish the whole level. And also again, since it transitioned out of nightmare mode back to normal, this feels like it's going toward an ending. So possibly a short but intense thing. Or maybe there's a whole lot more, because I can never really read it reliably. Anyway, next time, this room.